is Jasmine Banks, and these are my thoughts as a filmmaker and just as me when it comes to the reality TV series called I Am Kate, following Caitlyn Jenner through her transition and just life in general. And I happen to be a fan of the show. I think it's really well done in that we are getting to follow her journey through her transition, especially being someone who's in the top 1%, who was a white privileged male, is now a white privileged trans female. And there's not 100% support from the trans community or every community when it comes to Caitlyn Jenner. Because of the white privilege, it's understandably getting in the way for a lot of people, because most people go through a whole lot more when it comes to this issue, because they can't afford to just go to a doctor and meet their needs financially in this whole process, because it's a big, long, extended process. It's not about surgery only. It's not about getting hormone shots only. It's a holistic approach. You know, there's counseling, there's surgeries, there's different medications, there's you name it. It just learning how to live life in this new way, and experimenting, going out in clothing for the first time publicly, seeing how you felt, being able to be your true self with the stigma that comes with it, unfortunately, imposed by the rest of society. So this is not a 1, 2, 3 thing for anybody, but it's much harder when you don't have an easy cash flow to pay for things, when maybe insurance isn't going to cover it, and there aren't, there are not enough social service programs that can help people out in need. And of course, as I'm pretty sure we all are aware of at this point, this community suffers from the highest amount of suicides, and also on top of it, there's a danger, because people will beat and kill a person who's transgendered. It's not friendly at all. So you could understand why some people may not want to come out and be their true selves. However, when you have someone as high profile as Caitlyn Jenner, our concern is not so much about her transition, but it's about her starting a conversation, giving us an inside view of course, what she's going through, but she's also featuring plenty of other members of the community and making sure those stories are told. And that's why I get a little bit disturbed of why people are not supportive of Caitlyn Jenner, because they're not trying to say this is how it will go for everyone. We're seeing her transition and the learning curve that she has to go through as a once white privileged male from the Republican Party that hasn't seen the downsides or experienced the common downsides that most members do. So I think it's really important when she says, I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking for me, but at the same time she's also bringing attention to the issue so that people do have an opportunity to have their voice heard on the issue or their needs met. I think it's one of those tricky things, like when Superman Christopher Reeve fell off of his horse and broke his neck and became a member of the disabled community. I remember well, it was the same attitude that how dare he represent us, he's too new to it. He doesn't know what it's like to go through this and suffer, and he has money and he has celebrity, he has all this power. He shouldn't speak for us. And sure, there were things I remember that rubbed me the wrong way too, but you know what? He could have just went on with his own life and tried not to bring any attention to the issues that the disabled community was going through, and raise funds and so on for research So why can't Caitlyn Jenner do that as well? You know, if someone's in a position of power, wouldn't you rather they try and help the community that they have now become a member of or have always been a member of? Or would you rather them, you know, monkey no do, monkey no hear, you know, that whole thing? Would you rather they sat and did nothing about it and made it a totally self-centered thing? I think it's kind of generous to put all of this on a TV program because believe me, Caitlyn Jenner could have made it all about just going shopping and all the things. It could have followed the same model as many other reality shows instead of saying, okay, the attention's on me, now look at where I go so you could see what's happening around me and those people that I talk to through this journey. You have to look at it from that point of view, because if you do, now you see that she is not the representative of the community. She is allowing us to go on a VIP tour to meet those representatives and those people that are the underdog in the community and bring a light where it would not have been shown so powerfully as it is now. So I think that's the most important reason of all, and why we should all support this show and try to learn. Just as Caitlyn is learning, we get to learn too. The things that she didn't know, we definitely didn't know. So we should all look at this as a wonderful opportunity to, you know, get on the right bandwagon and be supportive to our fellow man and woman, no matter what their issues are, just to make it that people are people, and how can we make sure that all of our needs as a people and our individual needs are taken care of, or at the very least that we're aware and sensitive to these needs. So just food for thought.